'Twas a bright Christmas morning, and all through the house there was ample booze flowing for this contemptuous louse. The stockings were empty, and to the side thrown away. What was once within, now on the floor lay. The brandy was nestled all snug in my gut. Curled up near the fire I was roasting my butt. And Mom in her kerchief and Dad in his cap had gone back to bed to go take a nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the floor to see what was the matter. Away to the window I stumbled now drunk, in hopes that my fly would indeed hide my junk. The sun shone down on the damp winter's grass. The lack of white snow made the ground look quite crass. When what to my sad bleary eyes should appear but a scraggly hobo with 8 bottles of beer. A curious fellow and quite plainly drunk, and to my poor nose reached a slight odor of skunk. To be so trashed in public this man had no shame, and then of his beers he recited their names. O Bud Light, O Molson, O Mill Street and Beck's, O Miller, O Corona, O Laker and Lex. So I forget all my worries, both those big and small. Now down the hatch, down the hatch, down the hatch all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky. As he tripped while prancing, his booze it then flew, and landed on the ground, as the hobo did too. And then, in a hurry, I heard on the ground the hobo frantically scurry around, in an attempt to collect his spilled drink, in hopes that his stockpile thereof wouldn't shrink. His clothes were in tatters from his head to his foot, and the black stuff that coated him I hoped it was soot. All of his spilled bottles he did frantically pack back into their container now upon his back. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. He looked like the happiest man of the hour, though the beard on his chin could have used a shower. The bottle of brandy I raised to my mouth, and with a sip put an end to my short booze drouth. A question I asked at what was seen with my eyes. What the hell is going on? I said towards the skies. He was scraggly, unkempt, a right sorry old sod, and I laughed when I saw him acting so odd. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head made me wonder if I should just go back to bed. In my lawn he did sit, enjoying a drink. What compels him to do this is all I could think. And laying a bottleneck aside of his nose, and giving a grunt from the ground, he then rose. He brushed himself off, slightly damp from the dew, and he began to stumble off out of my view. But I heard him exclaim, his voice full of cheer, "Merry Christmas to all! Where'd I put my beer?" Yes, that's right, it's time for my one video a year you can count on me to make, my annual Christmas video. Like I always say every year, remember the less fortunate. I'm kind of doing a terrible job of that myself. Again, I'm not going to make any promises about other things, as you can probably... I actually don't know if I've uploaded anything since my last Christmas video. I probably haven't, so this should give you an indication on just how likely I am to change that. Either way, since last year I started watching anime, I have shit taste. I could talk about all the things I want to do, but there's no point. None of it's going to get done because I lack the motivation. This is the only thing I can bring myself to bother to get done every year. So thank you all, like 3 people who watch this every year. Shout out to Grim, because he mentioned this yesterday when I was talking to him on TeamSpeak, that I'd better give a shout out to him, because he always anxiously awaits my Christmas videos. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, well, burn in hell, you heathen. just kidding, fucking Happy Christmas.